Hello everybody. Come on in and join the fun. How is everybody doing tonight? Be sure to say hello when you come in so that I know that you are here and that I am not alone. I have some fun projects. The last one is going to be a little messy, but it's going to be fun. I promise you that. I have some sharing to do. Some of the projects we created at class last night. And I have a funny story about some birthday cards I got. And nope, it's not my birthday. Not yet, not till July. But there's a funny story to go along with that. So I'll fill you in on that. We're going to be tiptoeing through the tulips tonight. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be focusing on the Timeless Tulips bundle, which if you purchase this together, you will save 10%. It is in the catalog, the January through June catalog. The Timeless Tulips can be found on page 43. And by purchasing them together, you will get the stamp set and the Tulip Builder Punch for only $32.25. So it's a real cute stamp set, and the punch can be used for many other things. Hi Carol, welcome. Be sure to say hello when you're coming in. If you have any friends you'd like to join us, be sure to invite them. Tell them to come on in. To sprinkle. Good to see you, Carol. Hope you had a safe ride home last night. Yeah. So I'm glad I'm not alone. But as you're coming in, be sure to say hello so I know that you're here. And don't forget to sprinkle the love around by inviting your friends and sharing for them to come and join us. So I just got done in the nick of time. I posted a video. Hey Michelle. Posted a video over on my YouTube channel at Stampin Sue Creates on YouTube using my Brother embroidery machine. So if you're wondering what that's all about, if you've been following me on my personal page, I've been sharing a lot of projects. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm already thinking of upgrading. I did go for the 4x4 hoop, and I realize now that I probably need a bigger hoop, which I did my research, but I just didn't know how much I was going to enjoy it. I'm just having so much fun with it, and now I'm seeing so many designs that I need the larger hoop. So, yeah, I'm thinking of going to taking a ride up to Stroudsburg to Pocono Sew and Vac. I've already emailed them, and they would take my machine as a trade-in, which is a good thing, right? So be sure to say hello when you're coming in so they know you're here. And we're going to go ahead and get started. But we're going to be focusing on Timeless Tulips, on the stamp set and the Tulip Builder Punch. And purchase the two of them together, you'll save 10%. But before we do that, and I have some fun projects to share, I thought I would share with you what we created last night at class. If you missed out, you missed out on a fun time because we traveled to Paris. And I don't know about the ladies that joined me last night, but whoo, I was exhausted. But here was one of the cards we created. We worked on the Parisian bundle, which is a real pretty bundle. And I don't know anything about France or Paris or French speaking, but I sure do love this bundle of products. So here was the first card that we created. And we pretty much let the paper do all the work. And nothing inside. But life is a magnificent adventure. So how pretty is that? If you like that, be sure to send some hearts up. Oh, hey, Mary, you have sound. Well, good. I don't know if that's good or bad. Here's another card we created. A happy birthday. Of course, the theme that I do each and every month on the last Wednesday of the month is Birthday Card Club. It was awesome night. We had so much fun. I'm so glad, Carol. So if you missed out on this one, be sure to keep your eye out for the next one. Also in March is my bingo. So I had the cutoff date was Sunday to save $10. So you could still sign up. Oh, thanks, Mary. You could still sign up for the bingo, but it's just an additional $10. So instead of $35, it's $45. And I'm not guaranteeing you'll have your stamp set with your goodie bag. So that's the only thing. So, you know, if you missed out on the cutoff date and you're still interested in bingo, I still have seats remaining, be sure to message me right away and let me know. And you can get your payment to me, or I can send you a PayPal. So here was a fun fold card that we did. So, yeah, we kind of, I don't know, I kind of thought that they were simple, but I thought that they were real pretty. This one, the inside, we did a little bit of stamping, and then of course we don't want to, you know, lose any of our little scraps, so what a great way to put them on the inside. Hi, I finally got logged in. Hey Betty, hello, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I thought that those are really fun, and then I always like to do a little thank you gift for everyone attending. So everyone got a designer purse designed by me. Isn't this cute? This is done with the dies that come in that dress-up bundle of products. And then inside they got some Werther caramels. Now this is a fun die. It does the little buckles. It does this little pocket. Even this little button on here. And you can make this purse to go this way. You know, like a tote bag. You can tuck these inside and make it look like a very elegant bag. Or you can take these straps and put them on the back, and it makes it a backpack. So it's really fun. Really fun. Hi Nancy, thanks for coming in. So that was their little thank you gift for coming. And it was a lot of fun. We had a great, great time. So I have a little story to share with you. I don't want to show any addresses. So Stampin' Up, can't wait to get my suite going for May event. Okay, great. Stampin' Up has a Facebook page with the hashtag I'm bringing birthdays back. So I signed up for it. I put my name in, I put my address, and my date of birth, which is July 23rd. Somehow, the whole system got goofed up. So my birthday came up as being February 30th. Which, I mean, there isn't such a thing. It's too funny. So I've been getting birthday cards. And I went online and I apologized for that, but apparently it wasn't just me. It was other people were having issues too. So first off, without giving a name or address, look at the envelope. Like, hello, isn't that pretty? So, and it's the hashtag I'm bringing birthdays back. So you can go ahead and check that out. It's just not for demonstrators, it's for customers too. So let me share with you some of my birthday cards I got. Which, oh my goodness, they're beautiful cards, but look at this. And again, this is where the designer series paper does all the work. And here's on the inside, and look at how she decorated that. And look at her beautiful penmanship, I'll tell you. She did a good job. That came from Stephanie Boyer from Oklahoma. So I have more, no worries. And here it is again, the hashtag I'm bringing birthdays back. If you got that stamp set, you can go and participate if you like making cards. And here's a pretty card. And the inside. So, I mean, I really felt bad because I'm like, oh my gosh. I know, isn't that bird card pretty? And that's all designer series paper. Here's one from Cheryl. Did I say the name who that was from? That was from Catherine Steele. She's in Arizona. So Catherine, if you're watching, thank you. This one actually had 2 stamps. And here's a great idea. She had a piece of this corrugated cardboard. And when she put the card in the envelope, she put that over the top of it. You can put a piece of cardstock. That's probably what made her go over the limit as far as the weight. But this will protect your card, and underneath we have this. Now wait till you see this fold. This is going to have to be a class, I think, or a share or something. It opens this way, and that's with that pretty daisy. And then it opens like this and like this. May your day be as beautiful as you. But how cool is that? Didn't she do a great job on that? Love that. Thank you, Cheryl Healy. And she is from Washington, the state of Washington. And I have two more. So again, hashtag I'm bringing birthdays back. And look at where this one's from. Australia. Good heavens. I feel so bad. Look how much it cost her to send that to me. But that is from, oh, I can't read that. Peter Stephen from Pelican. It looks like Waters. I don't know. I can't read the print on there. So happiest birthday to you. And look at how pretty this is. This is using those, it's in the designer series paper. You cut them apart. I forget what you call them. And then here's the inside. Look at her handwriting. Very pretty. And then on the back she has stamped, created by PETA. How cute. So that's pretty. Do you have to be a demonstrator to participate in a Stamp Up group? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I'd have to check for sure, but for some reason I'm thinking you don't. But now look at this one. So this is the envelope. Look at how she stamped the envelope, and without showing hers or my address, look at the front of it. Like, how stunning is that? I mean, just the envelope I'd be thrilled with. How cute that is. And then here's her card. Look at how it coordinates. I mean, this is beautiful. And this came from Carol Hafner. She's in Montana. Birthdays are the best days. Wishing you a year full of God's richest blessings. I mean, everybody has such a beautiful handwriting. So thank you, Carol. So, yeah, a lot of cards for a birthday that hasn't come yet. But, oh well. Much appreciated. Okay, so, all right. Well, we're still in celebration. March 3rd is going to be a release of some new products. I mentioned it last week, so if you forgot about it, some of the items have... That darn dog. One of the items has sold out already, and that was the twine and the sequins. And the kerchief card kit, that has sold out as well. So things are starting to sell out. And I'm missing I am missing. Where is it? It must be stuck together. The Golden Honey specialty paper is very popular. So if that's something you're kind of wanting, there it is. The metallic Baker's Twine and Sequins combo pack. That has sold out, and the kerchief card kit has sold out. I focused both of those so you can go back and watch them. But March 3rd through the 31st, or as supplies last. Oh, I have a tickle. Some of the new products coming out. We have some Flowering Foil Specialty Designer Series paper. It's 12 by 12. And you get 12 sheets. If anybody remembers, a few years back we had paper kind of like that. But real pretty paper, one-sided. This cute coffee set, which I think, well, not coffee, could be tea, could be hot cocoa. I think I'm going to focus on this for next week's Facebook Live. This is free with a $100 purchase. Okay, then we have Well Dressed, something for the guys. And these are all $50 purchase for free, and this starts on the 3rd of March. So Very Vellum Specialty Designer Series paper. And can you see that? It's vellum that's colored, and it has a raised embossed design on it. So how stunning is that? And then we also have Tags in Bloom. Ooh, let me bring it down so you could see it. And this is free with a $100 purchase, and it coordinates with Label Me Fancy Punch and Label Me Lovely Punch. So that's where you can punch out those colored designs. And then here it just shows you everything, you know, in this little brochure. I only have one of these brochures, but you can see it all online. This will be online starting March 3rd. Okay? All right. So, I mentioned in the very beginning, if you were a little bit late coming to the party, that's awesome. Great cards. Thank you. Yoo-hoo for vellum, yes. Okay, for some reason my comments aren't coming up on here, but they're coming up on there. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the Timeless Tulips. This was a free stamp set that we got when we attended the on-stage event up in Hartford, Connecticut. And, of course, they didn't include the punch, so you had to buy the punch. Now, if you're attending bingo, just saying, you may go home with this. So I have some really fun bundles I'm giving away at bingo. So I'll tell you, the amount of money that it costs for bingo, you are going to get back because you're going to get a stamp set, you're going to have projects, you're going to have snacks, you're going to have bingo to play, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so here's the Timeless Tulips, and it is a photopolymer stamp set. So with photopolymer, we kind of like to use something underneath when we're stamping to give us a little bit of cushion. You can use the Pierce mat, but I'm just going to use this silicone mat because for me, that works. So with the type of stamp set that this is, one of the suggestions I can make to you and to get a nice crisp image is if you find that your ink pad is very well inked up, all you have to do is just move some of this, because this is one of those distinctive stamp sets where it does all the shading for you. Just take your block or your bone folder or the back of a plastic spoon, something that won't hurt your surface, and just move your ink away. My ink pad is pretty well in the center. You know, I've been using it. So, but in order to get a good crisp image, that is a suggestion I have for you if you think that, you know, things aren't just working the way you want them to. The great thing about with the photopolymer is if you want this image, you know, to go a curlicue or go, you know, like a horseshoe, I mean, you can do that. You can make these go any way you want. And that reminds me of the bottom of a gum line. Just saying. Okay. So, cat here. So I just have a note card here, which we have note cards in envelopes. They come all together. You can get them in the Very Vanilla or the Whisper White. And I'm just going to use a note card for now. So I'm going to, almost did it in the wrong color. So be sure to give me some thumbs up and happy faces and let me know if you like what you see. Hopefully you do. Be sure to share this out with some friends and family so they can come join us. So I'm just going to ink up the little stem, and I'm going to stamp that there. Okay, I need to get my cleaner out. I have quite a pile of stuff. You wouldn't think doing just a little Facebook Live would make you have to have so much stuff out, but it does. That's okay. So that was the curved one. I'm going to use the straight one next. And yes, I have it hanging off the stamp, the block, which is okay because I'm not inking the whole thing. And the silicone mat, I can go ahead, you know, I'll wait till the end, but if I get ink on that, that wipes right off. So that's good. Okay, so now we're going to take the stem, that is the straight one, and we're just going to stamp a little bit there. And we're going to kind of cross and do another one there. And let me go in and clean that before I end up getting it on my card. Okay. You can see these stamps are well loved. I've been playing a lot with them. Okay, so the color I'm using is the Granny Apple Green, in case you're wondering. So I'm going to move that aside. And next I'm going to use the Poppy Parade, which is actually the same color as our paper pumpkin boxes. So I'm going to take this small little tulip and let me stamp it off. See how it does the variegated color all for you. You don't even have to do any type of shading. So I'm going to do this little guy down here. Look at how pretty that is. This is if you just want to make a real quick card. You don't have a lot of time. You're getting ready to run out the door and you need, like, you know, get well or, you know, happy birthday card or something like that. So I'm going to take this big tulip. I'm going to stamp that right on there. Does that not yell spring? I'll tell you. we had a couple days here in Pennsylvania where I went to work without a coat on. Today was another story. Today it was coat and gloves. But enjoy it while it lasts, because I hear it's coming back next week. And there's our other tulip. Look at how pretty they are. I mean, if you have no stamping ability, you need this. You just need this. So we have a couple leaves in here. And let me move this aside so I don't do the wrong one. And I'm going to stamp in the Granny Apple Green again. I'm going to just kind of fill in with some leaves. One there. And one down there. Look at that. I mean, I look like I'm an artist, and I'm really not. Okay. So, being it's the season when people have been sick lately, I'm going to do a little get well soon. And I'm going to use my Memento Black because I want that to stand out. So a little get well soon, and just stamp that in there. And just right down here in the corner. Get well soon. And there you go. Look at how easy that was. Anybody can do this. So what do you guys think? Do you like this? Do you like the tulips? Let me know. What's your favorite flower? Let me know what that is. Just going to fold this over and give it a little extra zhuzh. But look at how pretty that is. Now, if you wanted to step it up a little bit, okay, let's step it up. So let's get another piece here. And here's our tulip. Let me put the lid on this. And I'm going to ink it up in the Poppy Parade. And let me check my punch. Let's see. Okay, so I should probably do it this way. And stamp that there. And then here with our punch, you want to use your punch upside down. And you're just going to stick that in there. And and punch it out. Okay, then all you have to do with your card, put some dimensionals on that, add a little bit of twine, and raise up the Get Well Soon, and then you have this pretty card. Now how nice that is. So you can go from your basic, you know, where you might not have a whole lot of supplies. Hello from Australia. Oh my goodness, how exciting is that? Thank you so much for joining us. So you can step it up, you know, with just a few little dimensionals and a little bit of twine, baker's twine, and there you go. But I mean, the tulips are just, you know, they just scream. They just scream spring to me. All right, so that is card number 1. So let me know, do you like it? Are you guys liking the tulips? Are tulips your favorite flower? Let me know. Okay, so card number 2. We are going to use this new paper that we have. Let me get all my little supplies out. And this is the, oh my goodness, the punch paper. I showed it to you the past few weeks, that it coordinates with all the punches in the mini catalog. So this one coordinates with the tulip. The only thing I can say about this is when you're using this with the leaves, they don't line up. Okay, so keep that in mind. But when you want to punch these out, look how perfect they are. This comes with paper that has for the tulips. But the great part about this is the other side is green, so you actually can use the leaves, you know, with your tulips. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you want the leaves, you'll have to do a little bit of cutting around. And of course, I cleaned up my desk from last night, and I put my paper snips here, and they have a big honking thing on them. You think that they would just stick out. but they're not. Oh, here they are. Okay, after everything else falls over. So if I want a leaf, I just have to kind of do fussy cutting. And remember the trick I had taught you before about using a little Post-it note. If your image is a little bit too small and you don't have a little handle for it, you can just use a Post-it note and go ahead and punch it out that way. Stick your Post-it note to it. Then you'll have a little handle on that saying that this was a Post-it note, and then you'd be able to stick it in your punch and punch it out. So as long as we're here, punch it out. And if I missed your comments, I apologize because they're not coming up on my screen down here where I see myself. So I will go back after the broadcast. I will post it online. I believe I found a way to post it on YouTube. Facebook is always changing things. So one of the other demonstrators posted how to get around that. So yeah. So you'll be able to watch it again and again and again and until you're kind of tired of me. All right. Or maybe not. The colors are terrific in that DSP. Yes. Hi, Cecilia. You need the paper. Yeah, I think I'm like so bad. I'm such a bad demonstrator. I believe it's coordinating products. So you can get dies that coordinate, and they're items that you purchase. So you don't have to, this is where I need my little Post-it note. You don't have to purchase a certain amount in order to get it. They're actually products that you can go ahead and order. So here's a Post-it note. Oop. It would work if you stuck it to the right side of the Post-it note. Oh, cool. Okay, and then you just stick it in. See how easy that is? That kind of gives you a little handle, and you can punch it out. So it has umbrellas, it has the tulip, and it has hearts. And it's all these pretty colors. So for scrapbooking, for, card making, whatever you want. And the back is green, so you can use that for leaves. So let me move that aside. So I did all that. I punched a whole bunch of them out. And they have all the different colors. And yeah. So I have, let me get a card. Now this is not my design. A lot of the projects I show you are not my design. We have so many demonstrators that love sharing. And this one came from kitchentablestamper.com. I believe she's in Canada. So we have them all over the world, just like people that stamp, they're everywhere. So this is a piece of Calypso coral, and we all know the drill. It's cut, the standard A2 size. So we have that. And on the back of one of these, I just lost the tulip. On the back of one of these papers, so this would be the one that had the hearts on it. I cut it out. And on the back is this real pretty gingham. So that is going to, I changed it up from, how she had hers laid out. And as a demonstrator, like, that's kind of something that we like to do. We like to change things out. All right. Let me get my paper here. Okay. Where's my little trimmer? I need to trim this. So I have a piece of Whisper White. I know, I'm like all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I don't know. Just having one of those kind of days. I just want to trim this little piece of Whisper White. And of course, this cute little trimmer you can only get if you sign up to be a part of my team. I would love to have you. And purchase the starter kit, which is only $99. For $125 worth of product, you get that little paper trimmer, any product of your choice, and you'll also get a free stamp set of any amount of your choice, and there'll be a paper pumpkin kit in there, and all your business supplies. If you want to be a smart shopper and just purchase for yourself, you'd be able to do that. Okay, so I have my little piece of Whisper White, And I have all my little tulips that I punched out, and I'm just going to decide, you know, how I want to lay it out. And I'm going to try to use all the different colors. I don't really like how that purple one punched out. It does leave a little bit of white around it, so if you kind of don't like that, you can trim a little closer. Now the other thing is, if you like the paper but you don't have the punches, you can always cut this out. You know, just do a little fussy cutting if you don't mind doing that. I'm one of the people that I enjoy fussy cutting. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. That one looks better. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to put a tulip here, tulip there. Let's bring in one of these pink tulips. Like say right there. It's okay if it hangs off a little bit, just so I kind of get a little eyeball as to how it all goes. And where's my block? I'm going to bring this back in. The Granny Apple Green is the ink I'm using again. That's what coordinates with this paper. Okay, so I kind of have an idea. I'm going to have one up here. I'm going to do one over here. One here. And the best part about this is if I'm a little too high, the tulip will just cover it. No worries there. Okay. I don't know if I'm missing any comments. Yes, thank you. If you like to share, I would love that. I so appreciate that if you like to share. When you find something that you love, we just want to share it naturally, right? So I'm going to put a couple of these leaves in here. Some of it will be covered up, but they may peek through a little bit. I mean, look how stunning that is. You know? Wow. Oh, I love the tulips. Okay, I'll close that up. All right. Now, it won't matter how I put them on here. So I'm going to glue some of them, and then some of them I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. And I only have my little ones here. But being I like purple so much, can you tell? And you know what? I was thinking about this before it came on live. I think I must wear this purple shirt like every Thursday. So let me know. Do I wear this purple shirt every Thursday, you guys that join me every week? I wear scrubs to work, which I'm not going to tell you right now, but yes, I already have my jammies on. So that one I raised up a little bit. And I always wear, like, you know, it's winter time here. So I wear something underneath it, because in my office at work, you just don't know what kind of day it's going to be. If you're going to be freezing or you're going to be sweating. So you can always take off, you know, your layers. So there we go. We'll put our little tulips on there. Then we're going to bring in some of our leaves. And some we will raise up on dimensionals and some not. So let's put this here. And I know I have one stamped there, but that's okay. It's all right. No worries here in Stampin' Sue Creates. So I'm going to take my other leaf. This one I'm going to raise up on dimensionals. Okay. So does anybody have any plans for the weekend? Anything fun they're doing? Any projects? Let's put that one there. And I don't know, what do you think? Maybe one more? Let's do one more. 3 is always a good number to work with. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm into the machine embroidering, and I'm really like, do you want to say addicted to it? Can you be addicted to something like embroidery? I mean, there's a lot worse things I guess you can be addicted to. But I'm already ready to move up and move on to a bigger hoop size. Okay, so this little piece I just smidged off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put that down onto my Calypso coral. I'm going to put it over here on the left. Sunday we do our pop-up vendor. Moats, creations, and more. More is me. Oh, how fun. Oh, Lisa's working. Oh, hi, Lisa. I didn't see you come in. Like I said, I'm kind of just here in my own little zip code, if you want to call it, and doing my thing. Okay. So this piece of Whisper White, we're going to, and I don't know, these backings of these dimensionals, do you know I found one on my porch? I was leaving for work, and I'm like, oh, how did that get there? Well, you just never know where they're going to show up, right? Okay. So we have some of this I believe this is on back order. There's a lot of products on back order. But if you're interested, when you go to put your order in, it will tell you if it's on low quantity or on back order. And this is the Whisper White, the crinkled ribbon. And I believe when I looked last, it was on back order. I tried to pick products that weren't. But, you know, when I start planning on what I'm going to do, you just never know what is all going to be still available or back order. And I'm not going to fret too much on this little bow. Because this is a oh boy. Why do I torture myself? This is a handmade card. And handmade means, you know, I made it myself. And it's not produced in a massive store anywhere. So I have a little bow, and what I found with these little bows is I use a little dimensional. And let's just go ahead and stick this bow on right there. I should take my pick tool to take the backing off, because this little bugger don't want to come off. I'm going to stick my bow on there. Ah, look at that. Okay. So I have another piece. This is the same paper, just a little strip. So don't throw any of your strips away. Save everything, because you just never know. So this is going to go across the bottom here. So it's kind of going to give me a little base to my flowers, so they don't really look like they're just floating in air. Although they could. If you want them to float, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Okay. Then I have somewhere, I have another little strip. Again, this is when you're doing all of your trimmings. That's what I'm going to, was it that? No. No, I didn't want that color. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I had another, oh, here it is. This is a, oh, what color? This is the Blushing Bride. And I'm going to put that there, but first I want to stamp on it. Who made this mess? Who is responsible? I'm going to bring that Granny Apple Green back in again. Being that I am a grandma, I might as well use the Granny Apple. And I'm going to show you all the sayings that this comes with when I finish this card, because it has a lot of sayings right up to Mother's Day. So, how perfect is that? So I'm going to go ahead and, sorry if my head gets in the way, you got to see my white hair, which I don't know where it changed to white, but it's kind of white now, as opposed to silvery gray. And, okay, so what I want to do with this is, I'm just going to take it, and just with my snips, I'm just going to do a little snip off to the side. See that? If you don't have punches, no worries. Let me close this up before I end up zhushing my card with that. Oh my goodness. And we're going to raise up the happy birthday. And yeah, you can use your standard dimensionals, but these are here, and those are, well, I don't know, wherever they are. Okay, and then we're just going to raise this up. And then we have a few more things to do, and then wait till you see what I have next. I'm a little late. Well, hello, Fran. Better late than never. May I case it for one of my classes? Yes, of course. Everything I do is free to case, because I probably cased it from somebody else. This was from Kitchen Table Stamper, if you don't follow her. She does a lot of fun things. I thought she was in Canada, but I could be wrong. Okay, so that's pretty, right? It's not yellow spring, but let's zhush up a little more. we're going to bring in, these are the Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and yes, they're still available. If you missed out on them, you don't have to worry. Miss out no more, because they're still available. You can still get them. So we'll just sprinkle a couple of those. Yes, anything I show you, feel free to case if you're a demonstrator. I don't get upset over that. That does not bother me. Okay, so there's a couple little blings on there. One more step further. Who all remembers the butterfly punch? Let's punch out 2 butterflies out of vellum paper. And I've been bringing out my vellum a little bit more and more, because I just, I find it just adds a nice touch to things. And now I need to be able to find them. Okay, there they are. Okay, so I'm just going to give them a little fold. And you could use a glue dot, but I'm just going to use a little bit of my Tombow glue. And just put a little butterfly. Once it sets up a little bit, you can zhuzh the wings a little bit. And where did the other one go? Oh, here it is. I'm going to add a little bit more here. And let's put this one like he's sitting on the flower. And what is that? Okay. Okay. So I'll let that dry a little bit, and maybe by the time I'm done, we'll be able to fluff them up. But there you go. Now, doesn't that just, make you happy? If you got a card like that in the mail, wouldn't you just be like smiling and saying like, wow? You can add a little bit of wink of Stella. I see Stella's hanging out over here, so she's kind of like, hey, remember me. So let's bring Stella to the party. And let me clear a spot for her, because she needs lots of room to work with. So I'm going to squeeze her a little bit in the cap, and then I'm just going to do a little zhuzhing like this. Just spritz, spritz, using the cap. And I'm not sure if it shows up, but there's a little bit of wink of Stella on there. So that is card number 2. So let me know, what do you think? Love it, right? I'm going to have to be able to find all these at the end when I want to show them all, and I know I'm not going to be able to because it is just total disarray. Okay, now, are you guys ready? Are you ready for like something really fun and messy? Oh, okay. Now we're going to bring in that tulip punch, and we're using the vellum. We're going to punch out 2 of these. I'm only going to do that first because I'm afraid if I wait too long, I'm not going to be able to find the vellum. And these little leaves, I'm just going to push to the side, but I won't throw them away. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we have these little guys, these little tulips, right? Then we're going to bring in some watercolor paper. Okay, so we have watercolor paper. I worked with this last week. That's a wow card. Oh, thank you. Love the card. Pretty. Thank you, everybody. So this is our watercolor paper. It's just cut. It's like comes 5 by 7. So I cut it, 4 by 5 1/4. You can cut it whatever size you want it to be. And it has 2 different sides to it. So one side is flat. The other side is bumpy. So I would suggest, my suggestion is if you're stamping on it, stamp on the flat side. And definitely use your Stamparatus, because your first stamp, you're probably not going to get a very good image. And if you're going to do other techniques, like something fun I'm going to do, you can do it on the bumpy side. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready? We're going to bring in something really fun. The pigment sprinkles. Who all has pigment sprinkles and who does not? These are watercolor crystals, and they come in Stampin' Up! Colors. We used to have those other ones that were around. I even forget what they were called. But these come in all of our colors, and I hope they have them on here because I don't have them memorized. They don't, but you can check the catalog to see the colors. Granny Apple Green is one. Gorgeous Grape. Coastal Cabana. Mellow Mambo. Okay, I'm off the top of my head. The two yellows. Mellow Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and the Mango, Mango Melody. Okay, so those are the colors. So we're going to go with the blue today. With the Coastal Cabana. At the Cabana. You just have to you just want to sing that, when you hear that phrase. Okay, so here we go. Now, these come in these little tiny jars. Oh, Bermuda Bay. I'm sorry. Look at the jars have the names on. They're Bermuda Bay. I'm not sorry, so I'm going to take the Cabana song back. And when you take this off, it has a little protective cover. You want to peel that up carefully. And it has these little 3 dots. So it almost reminds you of like a salt shaker. But less is best when you're using this. You can always add more. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle on. Oop! Yoo-hoo! Let me see if some of that. Oh, there we go. Shook it off onto the floor. Don't do that at home. Just going to sprinkle a few on there. Now I have one of our spritzers. And I filled this with water. In my stamp room, what I like to do, now I'm not too far from the bathroom. My stamp room is on the 2nd floor. I keep a little bottle of water in here because for my spritzers or my aqua painters or anything like that, you could very easily pour this into here if you don't want to be, running to the sink or, that kind of thing. So make sure the hole is facing the right way so you don't spray yourself. And spray off into the air and make sure it gets going. And this is where the messy comes in. Okay, so like I said, maybe I want a little bit more. So you can go in and do a little more sprinkle. And remember, less is best because you could always add more, but you can't take away. Now, if you want to kind of move the color around, you can take your aqua painter that has water in it, but I'm not even really using the water part. I'm just going to move this all around because I want to have it all covered. Doesn't matter if it's all different ways, but this is so much fun to play with. Okay, I'm just going to, what I did is on my Stampin', on my, you know what I mean, this thing. I'm just going to rub it on there. It comes right off. However, I will be wearing that. But when you wash your hair, for some reason, I don't know, we've talked about this at class, whenever you get ink or anything. Now, this is a pigment, so this is a little bit stronger. It just seems to come out when you wash your hair. Don't ask me why. All right. So now that it's wet, you notice it curls up. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring in my heat tool. I'm going to help move that along. Plug it in. Ooh, ready? Fix my chair. All right. So let's go ahead, bring in our heat tool. And of course I'm on the silicone mat, so I don't have to worry about that melting. Now you want to, oh, I smell something like it's burning. Okay. We're just going to keep going, because that's what we do, right? So I'm going to try to dry this as much as possible. Now on these ends, you're going to have a little bit there, a little bit there. Take it off the silicone mat. Hold on a second. Let me move my silicone mat way out of the way, because that's going to have to go in the sink. And you will get yourself messy. So if you're worried about messy, wear gloves. If not, that's okay. Okay, so let me try to get these edges dry. Then I'm going to turn it over. See how it's flattening out? I don't know if you guys can see. But as it's drying, it will flatten back out again. See that? Let me turn it over. Help it from the back. My back had trouble. Oh, I'm sorry. Not frozen here. Oh, I don't know. I just keep going. It still says live on my screen. So you want to make sure this is dry. But look how cool that is. I mean, really, is that not cool? If you guys don't have those pigment sprinkles, definitely add that to your order. I have a new host code, by the way, so if you're placing an order, be sure to use the host code, because if your order is $35 or more, I'll be coming out with my March PDF file of 15, it's about 15 projects that you can make. All the instructions and dimensions and a photo are all included. So it's going to be a whole array of fun items. And if you hang around till the end, I will give you a sneak peek as to what my card was that I created for March. Okay, so there. Talked enough over that sound, right? So here we have our colored piece of watercolor paper. So you're like, okay, well, you know, where did the tulips come in? Okay, we're not done yet. All right, we're going to bring in our Memento Black. Yep, Memento Black. And we're going to bring in these stems. Now I may want my longer block for this. So let me just, oh, hello. Just get out my block. So if you like this, be sure to share. Don't forget to share this. That helps me out. The little emojis, the little happy faces, all those things help me out so much so by bringing more people to come and join us. Okay, so we have our Memento Black. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink this up. And I'm just going to go here. And here, and there. Then I'm going to take the leaf stamp. Can anyone kind of get an idea of what I'm going to be creating? Because when you see a tulip punch, it's just a tulip punch until you make it many other things. Anybody can guess? Love the color. Okay, thank you. Anybody want to guess what this is going to be? What does it look like? Anyone? Anyone? Add a little more. Less is best, right? But not when you're making it like this. Okay, so there's that. Look at that. Okay, next up, I'm going to find my little guys. And now they're little guys. They're not tulips anymore. Okay, I have a small hole punch. This is, I believe, is it this quarter inch hole punch? I'm going to punch out 2 on here. Okay. Then I'm going to bring these little fellas in, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue to them to the top and put them on here. And where's the other one? Okay. That one here. I think I want to turn them a little bit. Okay, let me stick this one down, then I could, oh, stick it down where the glue is, Susan. And I kind of put the glue up near the top. Kind of want, oh, he's stuck down already. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to bring in these little dots, little circles. And look, these are going to be eyeballs. Anybody? Look at that. Isn't this a great idea? This was shared at one of the onstage events. So another reason to become a part of my team and attend events and come home with these fabuloso ideas. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my dark basic black Stampin' blend. And give some eyeballs. Like that. Then, Stella, where did you go? Okay. So this is like an under the sea adventure. They're supposed to be like octopuses. Do they look like that? We're going to give it some zhuzh here. Or you can do it this way. And look, a little underwater scene. I have one already done for you. We move that one aside. And here they are. This one doesn't have any Wink of Stella, so... Oh, that's what it needed. And look at these cute little guys swimming under the sea. Oh, how cute they are. So it was a tulip, but we turned it into something else. Aren't they cute? What do you think? Do you guys like it? Or do you think I'm just losing my marbles? Be honest. I can lose my marbles. So let me know, what do you think? Do you like the projects I shared for you tonight? I had a fun time putting them together. Although, like I said, not all my ideas. But let me bring the stamp set in again so you can get a better look at it. The Timeless Tulips. So not only do you have 3 different, and look at my fingers, 3 different types of tulips, 2 different stems, 3 different leaves, and you have a Happy Mother's Day, Get Well Soon, Happy Birthday, Hello, What a Beautiful Difference One Single Life Makes, Happy Easter, Happy Spring, Happy, Happy Everything. May the memories of yesterday comfort you today. So isn't that fantastic? You definitely want to add, oop, I almost grabbed the butterflies, but you want them too. Definitely purchase them together and save yourself 10%. And while you're at it, throw in some pigment sprinkles, maybe a Wink of Stella. Here's that paper. I thought I had it nearby. Here is, not that, this goes to the other one. This is called Pleased as Punch Designer Series paper. It's 15/35/58. And, whoop, all my pieces just fell out. And it's 12 by 12 in size. The tulips, look at the pretty stripe. On the other side has these, and there's a punch to go with these as well. And the pretty umbrellas, I used that with the Ladybug set that week. I think it was last week. The little raindrops, so perfect for a shower. And there's the pretty hearts. And on the back of the hearts is the that gingham. So definitely add that as well to your order. So let's bring in, if I can find them all the cards that I created tonight. I try to keep it to an hour. Where's the other? I'm missing one. Try to keep it to an hour so I don't keep you too long. Oh my goodness, where did I put it? Where's the note? Oh, here they are, underneath there. And the cute little note card. So look at the wide variety, just, you know, in this short amount of time that I created tonight. I placed my order today and already have a new wish list starting. Oh, great! The background, cute idea. Hello, Nancy. Thumbs up. Love that. Travis said fish. Well, he was close. I do see a bell-shaped flower. Yes. Owls. Yes. Ghost. Yes. Lily of the valley. Yes. Crocus. What is that flower? Bells. Bluebells, maybe. Fern. See, you guys have great ideas. Look at all the ideas you threw up just in that short amount of time of what you saw that this tulip can be. But look how cute that is for like a kid's birthday or, you know, Halloween. Make it a ghost. Of course, I wouldn't be making a ghost card, you know, for spring. But anyhow, oh, I have a couple more cards to share. That's right. I almost forgot. Okay, so those were from tonight. Really fun cards. Okay, let me save that one for last. So here's a couple more. This one, just some simple stamping. Just doing the tulips, and a couple of them punched out and layered over the top. A quick little get well card. This one is a cute little happy birthday card. Can you tell purple is my favorite color? Like, yes. This was one I received in a swap. And this came from Tina Wardell. But look how pretty that is. Now, something fun you can do with this tulip is if you ink it up in a light color, and say like this one in yellow, use your sponge daubers into the ink pad and onto the stamp, and add a different color to kind of highlight and shade, huff on it a little bit and stamp, you'll get that variegated color like that. Isn't that pretty? And then, let me fix my card because it got a little smooshied. This is the card that's going to be included in the March PDF if you place an order. And I'm counting it as of today because it's a new host code. So if you place an order of $35 or more, this is my card that I created for this month's March PDF flyer. So I'll have all the dimensions and all the instructions how to put this together. And what a cute little happy birthday card. And I put them as like 3-dimensional. So how fun is that? And you can do as many as you want. This one has 3 different ones. You can just cut off some of the petals and put them behind. There's just the versatility of this whole stamp set and this whole bundle of products is just like, wow. Oop, there we are. All right, well, that's it for my demonstration tonight. Again, thank you so much for taking time to share a little bit with me. How are we at for time? 8 o'clock. Perfecto. And it's been a lot of fun. And definitely, if you don't have these pigment sprinkles, you'll definitely want to get them. And they will go a long, long way because you're only sprinkling a little bit. Tulip Builder Punch along with the Timeless Tulips, and a lot more other fun things to be had in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. And don't forget, Celebration. With each $50 or $100 purchase, you get free items. So, yes. Everyone, thank you so much. I will take photos of these and post them on the Stampin' Suit Creates website and, not website, Facebook page. And be sure to check out the replay if you want to go back and watch anything else. Oh, here was another one I did with the with those pigment sprinkles. And I don't know what happened here. But anyhow, that's where a greeting would go. So see how it's kind of like really pigmented there. But look how fun that is. And watercolor paper, definitely. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And I will see you next month. I'll be back. Bye, everybody.